Hey guys, it's time to Nefis and chill. In this video, I'm going to be talking about something that may be controversial, something that may have gone unnoticed by a lot of people, except for those of you who keep up in the ESO University Discord or on the ESO UI forums, or even the Elder Scrolls Online forums. Recently, Andy S, who is a very popular add-on developer and also a great player and former raider, put into Holder Reflexes, which has over 1.6 million downloads on ESO UI alone, the ability for raid leads to quote-unquote stop their DPS from DPSing. There's a lot of interesting technical nuances that we could get into. I mean, if you look at the ESO University Discord server, you can track the conversations between some of the add-on developers in regards to this feature, because it was a very controversial, especially for a lot of DPS players. For me, as a raid lead, I certainly appreciated it, honestly, not gonna lie, because some people just don't listen, or some people just tunnel. Obviously, ideally, in any scenario, you want people to listen, or at least stop DPSing if you ask them to stop DPSing for certain cases, like the first boss in Bethesda Reef, although I think that can be circumvented more easily now with some other strategies. Apart from that, though, yeah, a lot of people were very pissed off. For example, here's something that is gonna it made me laugh. For example, attention! If anybody has updated Holder's reflexes, a feature has been added to allow a raid leader to remotely disable skill cast of every damage dealer. It is clear that the Europeans do not believe in concepts such as liberty. For any freedom-loving, red, white, and blue American like myself, I have removed all stop DPS functionality from the latest update of Holder Reflexes. The time has come to once again stand up to European tyranny, and of course, it's a zip file called Liberty. And of course, there were some other reactions. I believe Code on the ESO forums brought it up, and he was very, very adamantly against it, and he had a very strongly worded post going over, examples and things of why he was against the implementation of a feature like this in a add-on that most people pick up just to simply track the group members' DPS numbers, and that's pretty much it. I can see definitely some validity in that, in the fact that perhaps if this was presented as a standalone add-on where people could opt in to, less people would have been maybe pissed off or something like that. Or, as others have brought up, when this feature was implemented, there didn't seem to be an option to turn it off or opt out. So, something potentially for the future consideration. What's really interesting to me, though, is the technical discussion I'll bring up in this video. This is a conversation between Exoy and NDS in regards to like the technical aspect or side of this feature. NDS says it has nothing to do with map pings, similar to how you can track ultimates from map pings with add-ons. And if you guys want to know more about add-ons and how they work and the potential, almost like really scary potential of add-ons, you should definitely check out the ESO University podcast featuring Soliner and QCell. But yeah, anyway. NES says the add-on can react to anything, such as a chat message, not map pings. And of course, they kind of delved into the realm of what if, I was an asshole and I could, because there's a lot of things you could do with the add-on. Obviously, NES is not an asshole, but he was just kind of, I guess, having fun with it. And again, a lot of people's reactions on the forums were not very negative. And I'm sure console players watching this video will be, oh, of course, PC players can't play without add-ons, and they can't stop DPS without using add-ons. But yeah, NDS also noted that while blocking skills from casting is possible, nobody is controlling you remotely. It's just the add-on blocking the skills when something happens, which could be anything, as he noted earlier. What's really interesting to me, though, is not just the external reactions. I think Code, who made that forum post, also made an add-on without the feature, basically copied Holder Reflexes and said, okay, without the feature. But what's really interesting to me, though, apart from the external reactions, is of course the internal reactions. On ESO UI, which is the primary website hosting the add-ons for The Elder Scrolls Online. There was, of course, back and forth between NDS and a few people. Here's one of them. Anthony SC said, author is continuing to delete any critical comments of his deranged new updates. And NDS replied, you have 4, Mr. Cry. Only post current add-ons version related question here. Thanks. And, you know, they had this little spat. And NDS ultimately said, if you don't like some add-ons features, then delete and move on so you don't feel abused and violated. And also NDS also reached out to me and said, no one apparently used this feature, not even once apparently. Although some people claimed that they did, and it was pretty funny. So, what's really interesting to me is also the internal reaction, and one of the internal reactions, and also a person that posted on that same forum thread that I pulled a codes post from, is Bartram. And this guy's a super moderator. That's serious business, you know what I mean? This guy's a super moderator on the ESO UI website. I think that denotes a lot of things. So it's really interesting to see that there's a bit of tension here that I normally don't observe or see often amongst the add-on developer community. So, I don't know, this is something really interesting I figured I'd bring up. I've been meaning to bring this up for a while, but I've been so busy with streaming and everything else in the past month. But yeah, what do you guys think about all this? Because in the end, NDS said, okay, I'm going to remove the feature. Too much outcry, too much pressure. There's also this I guess a lot of people have this concern where, well, where's the line? Where's the boundary with add-ons? Although, again, I think the boundary is kind of left up to the discretion of both the user and also the developer themselves in some sense. A lot of people were concerned with maybe, ZOS will look at this and maybe remove the capability from the API. A lot of people were also concerned, I think, with potential usage. I mean, this isn't the first time an add-on, because NDS is by far no means the first one, has caught controversy. We have Mietz, I think a PvP YouTuber, made a recent video about it, and that add-on has popped up over the years several times for its controversial tracking of certain things like stealth attacks or where players are, or roughly where players are in proximity to you. But yeah, I just want to know what your guys' thoughts are. What do you think about the future of, blocking people from DPSing? What do you think about the whole situation with how it was integrated or how it was presented? Or just your general thoughts. I'm sure we'll see the same generic comments as I usually do. But yeah, let me know. And thanks for watching. Stay safe and have fun.